Hi peeps. Today is video log day 23 and it is start date 20220722 July 22nd and it's a Friday. You know, ever since I stopped regular working, having a job, is that sometimes the days kind of blurs for me. I kind of don't remember exactly what day of the week it is because I don't have to kind of, drag going to work on Sunday night about Monday and then pray that Friday will come earlier. So you count the days, right? So I like to report that I finished my first Silva method book. That book was actually narrated by Dr. Stone as well as Jose Silva. So I found a different book, another book that's on the Silva method that's actually a little bit longer because the original one had about 5 exercises and it was about 2 hours 45 minutes ish. So it went through the exercises really fast, and I must say you have to try it because even if you don't believe in psychic abilities and all that stuff, you should believe that our mind is capable of a lot more than how we're using it right now, right? Because imagine there's all these smart people in the world, but we all come with the same brain. It just maybe we're not using our brain cells as much as the smart ones, right? Or maybe we don't know how to use it, or maybe they were born with somehow the ability to unlock more brain power than we can. So but using those exercises will allow you to really relax your mind and have it cleared out and not be so stressed out. For the last week or so, ever since I started the book, I have been stressed out only once, and that is really due to my current situation, right? I'm having a little a lot of budget issues currently because of a lot of events and items coming up that it's going to require a lot of money, and my original source, well, I guess I had a projected income source, but it didn't work out, or it's not what I planned to have, and the time frame of having that income source is not, it's taking a lot longer than I expected. So hence right now I am very stressed out about finances, even though I know I can always just go find a job and I'll be able to resolve these finance issues without waiting for my current my projected income. However, I know that if I find a job, there's no way I will be continuing on my entrepreneurial journey because I would get way too comfortable. I mean, maybe I can go find a part-time job as a barista or something. If I find a full-time job in my field, then the income should be enough to actually paralyze me and numb me for probably the rest of my career. So I really don't want to do that. So I'm trying to hold out as long as possible, which in turn also stresses me out with everything, all the events, really a lot of competitions that is coming up for the next 6 months. And not to add to that, there's a potential trip, most likely probably 80% trip to Vietnam next February, which is a great opportunity because I don't think I would ever actually go to Vietnam by myself. So one of my friends who is Vietnamese, that she is organizing a trip with her family, so that she invited me to come with, and that will allow me to actually travel with somebody who knows the language, because I would say I'm actually very nervous about traveling in a southeastern country without knowing the language, because it's just that is not as established. so that traveling there without knowing the language would be kind of dangerous actually. And even though I might be able to pass on as a Vietnamese, but as soon as I open my mouth, they'll know that I'm not Vietnamese, and I'll be taken advantage of. I mean, obviously if I had a lot of money then, but there's no point, right? If you want to travel to a country that you've never been to, you really wanted to experience the local culture and cuisine. Is so much better if you know where the locals go, but it's so much harder, especially in the Asian countries, that you don't know the language and go to a local place that they will not know how to speak English and I won't be able to communicate. That won't be cool. Because I went to Korea once, and I didn't know Korean, but I had a friend who actually goes to Korea a lot, so she knows a little bit of Korean. And also some of the Korean language actually sounds very similar to English, and also, I mean, Chinese. And also what's happening is because there's so many visitors, foreign visitors, and there's a lot of American influence in South Korea, that a lot of the people already, kind of speaks English. Especially I went to Seoul, right, which is like the big city. So anyways, so yeah, so it's an opportunity that doesn't come along very often, and I really wanted to go, and it's not that expensive really. It's just the plane ticket, the flight might be a little expensive, so I gotta figure that out. But being able to travel to a new country and experience the local culture, it's very exciting. I would love that. So anyways, so there's a lot of stuff I wanted to do. I want to go to all these competitions because there's a pretty good chance that I might be able to get on the podium for Worlds. So the more the more experiences that I have to practice, and it will be a lot better for me. So that's kind of what I have been planning. And yeah, but that's a long-winded explanation of my one stress. But I must say I have not been very stressed about my business, which is bad. So finally yesterday I actually started to work on the transcription of the webinar, which is needed to finish the sales funnel. There's one more item that needs the sales funnel, and that requires my business partner. However, he's been super busy lately with overtime work and all that, and also he's also all stressed about finances stuff, so he's trying to get all these overtime so he can pay off his bills or balance his budget, which is something that I should learn to do, but I'm not very good with that. So I don't have a budget, which is sometimes that's why it's hard maybe with my money and finance. But anyways, so everybody has their ways to handle stuff. So yeah, so that item I'll have to wait for him to have more time to work on, and meanwhile I'll work on the transcription, because that's also needs to be completed. And and like I said before, it's 17 pages and I'm on page 2, so I will be on page 3. I'll continue to work on it tonight. Oh yeah, so from the Silva, my calf feels so much better. I'm telling you guys, it's so much better. So try out the Silva exercises, and if you have any questions, reach out to me, and if you're my friend or family that's watching this, just text me and I'll show you all about it, because I actually show my mom how to do the simple exercise to the intro so that she can feel more relaxed, and and then I'll introduce her to the longer exercises, relaxation exercises. So I will do that, and I picked the next book, and it's kind of funny because the author says Jose Silva and another person, I'm sorry, I forgot, and it's a 10-hour audible, which I think they used to be in cassette tapes, so then maybe 10, possibly 10 cassettes or whatever, then you're supposed to go through each exercise. So, and I thought that was Jose, but it just turned out to be, it's actually from Jose Jr. It's kind of funny, so I guess it's one of his sons, the book that he wrote. So, and he started a company that works on these Silva methods exercises to help people with their mental and business. I actually finished the first chapter, and it's pretty cool. I think it's gonna help me more, even though it seems like it's repeating a lot of information that I have already learned from the first Audible. It's just that this one seems to go in a little bit more detail, and there's more explanation on what each exercise is on. So it'll help me understand the method and the origin a little bit more. So I really like that. So I think I'm gonna enjoy that. The first book was a great intro, and this one will help me go a little bit more in depth. In depth of those exercises, and they said I think it's about 24 exercises, and I feel like this is kind of similar to the commercial that I read about this guy. His company is called Mind Valley, and he focuses on a lot of he is one of the certified Silva instructors, and if you join his company, there's a membership, and if you do the Silva method, Silva exercises, there's a training. I believe there's like a 24-day training or something like that. I might have my memory right now, it's not very good. Hopefully Silva will help me, but it's like a 24-day training exercise, and I'm thinking maybe he got it from this, like this is what I'm getting, you know, from this Audible. So I'm glad I didn't join that Mind Valley, because it's about, I think, $50 a month, but it's a monthly membership, and so if I don't finish it in a month, I guess I'll have to continue to pay them $50. So this one, it's Audible, I have a credit for it, and I'll follow that, and it's all discipline, right? If you have time, then I think using the self-guided versus people guiding you, a coach, will be probably better. So I'm glad I found it, because I am looking forward to continuing and the next chapter, and hoping to learn more, and hopefully I can use this to help myself, and as well as helping others, my friends and families, and any others, right? Because I think I have always wanted to accomplish something. I have always told people that have talked about this, is that, you know, at the end of my life, I don't want to tell people that all I did is eat, sleep, and work and have kids. I want to do something that benefits the people around me, and perhaps even the world, right? I want to make a difference. I want to help somebody, not necessarily a hero, but just something that I can help, that I feel like I have accomplished, or at least tried to accomplish something that helps humanity as a whole, right? I'm not like those scientists that can invent all of these cool gadgets, or, you know, like one of the scientists that worked on, you know, that invented optics and stuff like that, sorry. But I want to contribute my part, like, you know, whatever I can contribute to this world, that I'm willing to do it. So if I can learn something that allows me to help others, you know, even one or two or three, I think it's a step toward my dream of being able to, you know, become somebody, become someone that did something that was worth a while, and not just a little busy bee that was born into this world and that's it, you know, buzz around and then leave, you know. So yeah, I really hope I can do something, whatever it is that I'm working, like everything I'm working on, I hope to make a difference, and I'll continue to work on it. It's very stressful at times and sad at times, but I would do whatever I can. So, I am on my way to a chiropractor, because I know my calf doesn't hurt anymore, but as a dancer, I want to make sure that my body is in good shape, that I don't hurt myself in the process. So getting regular chiropractic sessions will help prevent any injuries. And yeah, so yeah, talk to you guys next time. And enjoy the rest of your day.